morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? See, Nikki was in here early and virtual hugging me. Thank you very much. I can always use a hug. Hey, excuse me. Going Grays, how are you? Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad, Mark, Daniel DA, James Morris, how are you? Who's out? Demedia's here early. Wow. ET, how you doing? Douglas. Who else did I miss? Anybody? Gary. I think that's it. That was quick. So I don't know. I'm a semi-happy camper, man. I'm gonna maybe go for a scooter ride this afternoon and not wear a flippin' mask. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Supposedly, as of was printed, I think yesterday, and is now in effect that no more masks, except businesses have their choice. This is my understanding of what I heard. Businesses have their choice. I talked to my wife. All the government or the schools and the government are still going to wear masks in the business. The businesses have their choice of what they want to do. I imagine the supermarkets are probably still going to want you to wear them. But walking around or going for morning walks and stuff, that's killing me, man. I don't dig that mask at all. So I'm a happy camper. Plus on the scooter too. I always thought that was a little bit ridiculous. I mean, who's around me? So anyway, and for large gatherings. Anyway, I think it's a step in the right direction. I think pretty much come the first, it'll probably all get phased out. But that's just my opinion. But they'll probably, I don't know, they'll probably still keep it in effect for the big venues. If they have games out in Buriram or car races and that kind of stuff, they'll probably still want you to wear a mask. So everything seems to be working or moving in the right direction. Come the first, we'll find out. But I think everything's going to be gone. Everybody's going to be, I don't know, 95% back to normal, maybe more. The Thailand Pass is going by, and no insurance and no testing and no nothing as far as I know. I'm even hearing, and I don't know, that they're not going to sit there and bust your stones about not being vaccinated. That's only hearsay. But I imagine if they came in and you tested, you went by and had a fever, maybe they make you do the self-test. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be. I imagine that if you're vaccinated, I don't think you got any problem at all. But I think you got a pretty good shot, even if you're not and don't have a fever. You probably can walk right in. If I'm wrong, or check. Always my disclaimer. Check with the government as always. But if somebody knows different, by all means, jump in and tell me. Yeah, no kidding, right? Right. I'm done with that, man. Plus, like I said, man, even me, I've got enough money to buy 9 million masks, and I have a crap load of them. But do I change them every hour or every 2 hours or 3 times a day? No. And I don't think it's good. I think there's a bunch of bacteria and everything else inside those damn things. Plus, some of them, if you don't get the medical grade ones or you buy cheap ones or whatever it is, I don't think they're worth a darn, I should say. Anyway, so everybody's still saying good morning to everybody, which is always cool here. But yeah, so that was really good news. It makes me, have a little bit of faith on the first, that everything's going to be pretty much gone and done, and from what I understand, flying back to the U.S. is the same thing. Just get on a plane and go. David Benjamin, how are you? Good morning to you. Just be cautious, Dave. Over here, they figure it's going to go up again, as we did. Yeah, but they thought it was going to go up and go crazy when they let everybody stay later at the bars and opened up this and opened up that. And even if it did go up, no one was dying, And I think they're finally. Yeah, you have a point, Et. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but even if it does do a spike, I don't think they're going to give a crap, unless all of a sudden, 3,000 people died yesterday. Then there might be a a little bit of a problem, but I don't see that happening. Like I said, I don't even think it's as bad now as the common cold. So, and that's my personal opinion. You get that here. You get my personal opinion a lot. So, let's see. Tom's saying, I was in Pattaya yesterday. I could smell a Russian 50 feet away, and that was with the mask. Yeah, I don't know. Are the Russians coming back in? I don't know if any of that stuff. Because, like I said, when I first came here, when I took the ride from, it was late at night from the airport in Phuket to Kamala. That was when I realized that 7-Eleven was the store of choice as I passed 25 of them on the 15-20 minute trip to Kamala. And I noticed all the signs were in Russian. And then when I talked to people after I got there and kind of met a couple of people that spoke English, they said that the Russians are a lot of them, especially in Phuket, and they're putting a lot of money into businesses and stuff. But then I heard they went away, and so I don't know. Then the Chinese, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know. I know that, God, I heard somewhere that some people that if you're out and abroad and traveling back to China, excuse me, you have to do a big queue or something for 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something. So I don't know, and I don't know if that's true. That's all hearsay. So if that's the case, I don't know if Chinese are going to be rushing over here. I don't have a clue. Just waiting for the next variant. Yeah, but I don't know. This is all hearsay too, Douglas. Is I had heard as this thing breaks down and the variants change and go down, they get less and less, not worse. Now I could be wrong. That's just what I heard. But that's the way it's been from the first hit to the second, and then it got milder and milder as it went down. But I could be wrong. But I don't know. Like I said, that Moderna kicked my butt, and I had the Pfizer, the first two, sore arm, tired, and that's about it. But that Moderna, boy, it made me sick. Had a little bit of a fever, and I would have rather had the variant, the latest one, and let my body immune system deal with it. But I don't know. We'll see. Yes, Dave, we need to take personal responsibility and not be told what we can and cannot do. Yeah, I think you just got to be logical and halfway intelligent. Like don't grab a tie by the back of the head and give him a big hug and blow in his face without a mask. And I don't know how they're going to act. Maybe I'll have something for you guys in a couple of days as I go out over the next couple of days and see the reaction when they see me walking down the street without a mask. And if I get a bunch of weird, people and going around and stuff, I'll have one mask in my back pocket, and I'll put one on. I don't want to freak out everybody here in Suriname. Look at the ring. He's got to have it. He's got the virus. You don't know. But let's see. I found out a couple of bummer things. Is Jurassic Park. I wanted to go see that movie. It's been in our theater. There was one time at like 6 o'clock at night, English version, and my wife said, "Yes, you want to go see?" I said, "Yeah, good idea." No, they cut it out. The one the one time that they had English, they cut it out. Probably because they had no one in the theater. Usually when I'd go, even with the kids, they would go to the English version with me and Nitnoy and us and 4 other people in the whole place. So, so anyway, so that's gone. So, we'll check Buriram. It's only an hour drive. You'll go there. And now Buriram kicked it to the curb too. So now I'm either going to have to wait for it to come out on television somehow. I don't know. I'm kind of a weirdo for all the dinosaur movies, the Harry Potter stuff, the Star Trek stuff, that kind of stuff. I'm kind of a freak that way. Let's see. Now let's see what the media says. Ban the mask. Allegedly. Yeah, that's what I heard too. So I don't know if it's true, but Dip Media is hearing the same thing as me. So I don't know. And then on the knee front, I went to the doctor yesterday. Everything was, I think it was yesterday. No, yeah. No, day before yesterday, Thursday, and everything was cool. So I got all my medications for 3 months and all that, and he did. I think this. I don't think this Friday at 6 o'clock. I have. He said there's a great orthopedic surgeon that's done a whole bunch of knees and stuff at the private hospital, and he does them both places. He said it doesn't really matter, Dave. You're going to get the same care either place, and he said you'll probably save a ton of money having the same doctor do it in the government hospital. And he goes, I guarantee you're going to get the same care here with me being around. Because I told him I wanted him there too. Last time that I came out of anesthesia, when I had the ACL in my left knee done 15 years ago, I had trouble breathing or getting, being able to breathe coming out of the anesthesia. So, and I'm not one of those guys that want to hear them sawing my freaking leg off. I'm not into that. What I don't know won't freak me out. So anyway, so that's the gist on there. We'll see, and I'll keep you guys abreast on what's happening with that. And then looking forward to the trip. What is it? The middle of next month, going for it's basically a 4-day deal for us, and the kids are coming over to Patea. I'm gonna meet up with Mark. I saw Mark. I didn't know if I said hello to Mark. He's in the chat, and we're gonna meet up with him. Maybe have a breakfast. He's gonna get there the day before I leave, so the next morning. And I've already told Mitch and Tom and anybody else that wants to come on the 16th that morning. We're gonna go there, eat breakfast with everybody, and then we're gonna jam back. Home. So I'm looking forward to that. Anytime that I can get near the water, it's one of my favorite things to do. That's Douglas saying. Most of the Thais that I talked to told me that they will still wear the mask. My wife seems to say the same consensus. She thinks that most of the Thai people. But like I told you before, here in Surin, I can't speak for around the rest of Thailand, but I want to say 30%, 35% of the people here wore them before the virus. So, for them to still wear them, I can see their point. I just don't. Like I said, being freaked out. I talked to the doctor. I said it's all in my mind. I said I can breathe fine. I said, but anything that restricts it, anything freaks me out. So I don't know. And Mitch just came in. Hey Dave, Tesla's Model Y released to order in Australia 2 weeks ago. Is sold out until wow. Yeah, I think that Tesla is going to be a good thing. So people that have their money in there, hopefully they'll be all right. I don't know nothing about crypto, but I heard it was in the toilet. But I can't talk about it because I don't know nothing about it. And Mitch is saying hi to everyone. Hey Mitch, how you doing? Yeah, not wearing masks. I think the biggest hurt. They weren't. Didn't they take them all off in Phuket? I think they were not wearing them, or did they get ordered to put them back on? I don't remember. There's so many different deals, but just walking around, I don't see it. Like I said, if you know. How many times when you're walking down the street do you all of a sudden stop and go into a heavy-duty conversation with a local Thai person? The only one that I see that does that occasionally is Chuck walking around his own house. You're not going to stop and start talking to somebody. So I think if you keep your distance and you're walking and if you come into a store and they want you to wear it, because like I said, the way that I understand it is each business can tell you what they want you to do and what they don't want you to do. So, I shouldn't say don't want you to do. Wear the mask or don't wear the mask. And I'm imagining the markets are probably going to want them. Maybe the markets, and I'm talking about like the tops and the big C and that and macro, but maybe the markets on the street markets. I don't know. That you're in pretty close contact with people, so maybe you do. Yeah, and I would just stay away. I don't need to go. My wife will go and get the vegetables and whatever else she needs. James saying hi to Mitch. Uh, Pleasant sight, not seen mass. Yeah, I know, no kidding, right? Let's see what Douglas has to say. Dave, I am already in trouble this morning. Today is our guardian house and respect day. Noon, noon came back with the chicken for the ceremony. I grabbed it by the legs and swung it around my head a couple of times. So you're already in trouble. Well, that's good to know. I I haven't had to experience that. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what we're going to do today. I know I'd like to take a ride on the Forza if I can talk my wife into going with me. Maybe up to the Elephant Village. Maybe do a little vlogging of some sort and get out of here and go maybe have lunch up there at a local place or something. I'd like to get out without the mask uh, and it's going to be so nice not wearing that mask on the scooter. What my punishment will be? Yeah, it'll probably be funny for us to know if you keep us informed. Uh, yeah, I caught part of it. I woke up and I was half asleep and turned it on and it was over. But yeah, it looked like he was having a good time. And I know he did a funny little 3 minute video that I watched this morning about people saying crap about you and stuff like that, and how not giving them, any time. It was pretty good actually. James is pretty good about that, man. He's got a level head and is calm. Sometimes I get a little overzealous, but I try to keep it in line. But he was the first one I seen right as soon as the mask deal came out. He came right out and did a little short, I think, on goodbye to the mask, which was cool. And then a bunch of other people did too. But I don't know. I'm happy about that, and I'm sure, like I said, a lot of people aren't coming here because of all the restrictions and stuff. I think all that stuff's going to be gone on the first. I think things will be coming back to normal, and the airlines are saying they're thinking they're going to be 85%. I think I'd said what I had read in the first couple of months of next year, as far as against pre pandemic stuff. So that would be great for everybody. Like I said, I'm a big supporter of Thai people in general, and they need the tourists here to spend their 40 baht at the little stand and their, 3,000 baht for steak dinners and drinks and stuff. They need that, man. They need that. They need that income. They've weathered the storm, man, and better than most, I think. Like I had said, they they don't rely on the government. It's like I watch all the time. Well, I don't all the time. I watch sometimes and listen on Facebook and stuff, and my friends that I talk to about how the people in the United States are bitching. Well, just give us money, government. Give us, give us, give us. And it looks like America turned out to be the stingiest of them all as far as giving money to their people. I think Canada and even the UK and Australia were way better than the U.S. Although they said they were going to do a lot of things that they never did. But they're just constantly whining. People here, the government aren't going to give them anything anyway. They can whine all they want to the government. I think my mother-in-law and father-in-law are receiving their Social Security equivalent, their retirement from the government or from Thailand, and I think it's like 500 baht a month, $15. So one's different. I think my father-in-law is a little more because he's older. I don't know the exact, but it's not any kind of money to me. It's nothing. But they'll just go out and do whatever they got to do. If they've got to go find a relative that'll give them some rice to eat, especially here in Isan, that's easy to do. So do that, fish in the canals and feed their families and do what they need to keep the lights on. And, like the 90-year-old lady at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night, cutting down grass to sell for 20 baht. That's what they do, so I give them a lot of credit. You didn't find any people in America doing like. Well, I'm sure there were some. I shouldn't be real bad, but here it's the majority because they can't run to the government. I guess is part of it, but the most of it is that I don't think they really want to. I think they just want to, they just want to make it through this stuff. And I think enough's enough. Let's get on with life, and I think that's the way most of the world is treating it now. So hopefully it'll all. Hey Loretta, how you doing? Hope you're feeling good today. Going to chill and listen, no problem, no problem. You're always welcome, and you can ask anything you want anytime you want. There's Bobby, the four hour live streamer. I caught. What did I do? I woke up in the middle of the night last night, and the same time that I was looking, I think for James's, or that I saw James's thing, and it was over. I clicked on the one because my wife, that one time I had left my phone sitting next to my head and fell asleep, and everybody was singing and it was really loud, and she of course didn't want to go over and turn off my phone, so she always asked me about the singing channel, and I said they're doing it right now, and I clicked it, and everybody was not everybody, but they were singing a song. It's always awesome. In case you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to Time to Get Going, Bobby and Jai's channel. Hopefully they're going to be over here in Surin within the next couple of months, now that everything's wide open and they can start enjoying their retirement. I hope anyway. And watch his Friday night. Friday night here in Thailand, 7 o'clock p.m. in every Friday night, and that's 5 o'clock. My wife's sick. 5 o'clock on the West Coast, and 8 o'clock on the East Coast in the U.S. But it's a great, fun. They have a lot of fun. Put it that way. Everybody's saying hello. Gary, can I get? Yeah, there's a new iPhone out, 14 or whatever. I heard some talk about it that was being delayed. Not that I'm going to buy one. I don't think I'm ever going to buy another, unless this 8 completely goes under. I'm not going to spend more than I did for my laptop to get a phone. Either that, or I'll change from iPhone to maybe something that James has. I don't know how much James's phone is. Maybe Mitch knows, or what kind it is. Hey Uncle Craig, how you doing? Morning. Yeah, I watched your. I don't know if I commented on them both, but I watched both your wall video and stuff you put out. If you guys aren't subscribed to Uncle Craig, I don't know how many subscribers you have now, but he's creeping up the ladder. It takes a little while, man. It's not. That's why I said these little 100 sub marks and 500 and 1,000. They're big deals to people that are trying to do YouTube, or at least I know they were to me. Not monetarily or anything, although the 1,000 was just a 1,000 mark, and that happens to come with the getting monetized, which worked out for the best because my wife's happy as hell. So, let's see. Hey Paul, how you doing? Dave's notification was my alarm clock this morning. At least you're getting notified. That's this YouTube sometimes, man, I don't know. I know James had said on his live deal, I watched part of the replay thing, that you don't get the community tab, you don't get any of that stuff until you reach 1,000, which I didn't realize that there was that much stuff. But no, Dave Douglas was replying to my comment regarding the southern border. Okay. Sometimes I don't catch everything. Hey Robert, how you doing? Where are you at? You're still in Thailand, I know, right? I think. Yeah, you're still here. And I know you haven't done a video in a while, right? On some water, thank you. Nothing like ice cold. Let's see what Douglas said. The government keeps promising Logan farmers here 2,000 baht per rise support. The farmers have been hurting the past 3 years. Yeah, they need to. I don't know. It seems like always because I was in Central California, and so I heard a lot about the farmers down below me in the below Fresno, and Obama had visited a few times and stuff like that. But the farmers need to get taken care of. That's for sure. Hey Nick, how you doing? Thanks for the virtual hugs as always. Nick's the best, man. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning where she is. She's a diehard, that's for sure. James has a Samsung 21 Ultra. And how much are those? Does anybody know? I'm just curious. But I know that I think the 13's like over $1,000, right? I think it's more than my. I know it's more than my laptop was. Nikki saying hi to everybody. Robert saying hi to Mark and to Mitch. Gary saying hi to Robert. That's what's awesome about here. So I said, I don't know. I watch one guy in particular, and he gets cranky when people start talking amongst each other. I think it's the greatest thing going. But teach their own. I like watching them. I watch them anyway. Everybody's just saying hello. So what else did I touch on? Oh, we did get which was kind of cool because I don't have room at my house to park the truck and the new car, the kicks, in the driveway. I probably could, but it would just be a pain in the ass. Wouldn't be able to get around. Wouldn't have room to park the scooters. It would be a nightmare. So across the street is where we've been parking it, but my father-in-law and my wife, they're trying to cover it with sheets and stuff like that to keep the sun from beating down on it. And it's an older truck, and it's in great shape. My wife has taken care of it fantastically. So I asked her to ask the lady across the street we had met, and my wife knows, if we could park it there and put in a cover and then take it down whenever she wanted us to. And we would pay whatever. She didn't want no money. And she said, just don't concrete it into the ground to where, it's going to be a big hassle. So I figure we'll put something in. I'll put crossbars down in and put a ton of dirt on top of that. And then maybe I'll put some 55-gallon drums. Because it's going to kind of be like what Craig had built, but just not as elaborate. And maybe I'll put some 55-gallon drums on each counter full of water just to keep it in case some high winds come up. But I think if I put it down 6 feet and put maybe T across the bottom and put it down in there and dirt on top of it, it probably won't go anywhere. And it's just for the one truck, so it's not going to be quite as big. But I know that I think you broke it down, your cost, Craig, on it. So I'll have to look at that again because my wife finally got a hold of the cousin that built the wall and stuff, and he's going to meet up with us this weekend, I think, to do the cover for the washing machine and then do that cover across the street. So I got to get some steel and stuff for him. But I don't think it's going to be that expensive. Of course, I'll do a quick video on it. It won't be quite elaborate. It'll be perfect. All it is to keep the sun and the rain, from pouring down on the truck. So you have the same phone, Paul, and it was 1,500 Aussie. So I don't know what that is US. Is that? It's got to be close to 1,000, right? Or maybe more. So is it the same cost as an iPhone 13, or have I got it screwed up? You should be able to build one for less than 1,000 US. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm hoping to get both of them done because the one that I'm going to build is probably going to be about half the size of yours, just wider than the truck a little bit. Anyway, so it's going to be quite a bit smaller, and then the overhang is just one put across the house, and then the sheets coming down and right to my wall is 2.5 meters, and then secured to the top of my walls, the uprights. And so it won't be a bunch of steel, and it won't be a bunch of, it's only going to be 2.5 meters by about 3.5, 4 meters. And then that's where the washing machine will be, and that's where they'll put the clothes hanging rolling thing so they can keep it out of the rain. You should see it here when it rains and they've washed clothes and it starts to rain. It's something watching my mother-in-law, my wife, run out back and pull all the clothes off and try to get them out of the rain. Robert's leaving. All right, Robert, take it easy. Oh, that's right. Is it today? Yeah, today's Saturday. Is it Saturday in the UK, or it's after midnight, so it's Saturday in the UK. That's right. You're 15-year-old. Born 29 July. When I was only what? 19. Wow, wow. You know what? How old? I was older. I did have a child when I was young, 16 and a half, and the girl was only 14 and a half when she got pregnant, and 15 and a half, obviously, when she had the baby. But I never saw the baby one time, and that baby is probably older than Nikki. I'm guessing. It was so. What was that? If I was 17 when she was born, how old is she? And I'm 65. Somebody that's good with math, tell me how old my daughter is. Never met her. I think her name I remember back because I was young, and had a whole different outlook on women and life. But she, it was either Tabitha or Samantha. It was the name off of Bewitched. I remember that, but I don't remember how old. 17. If she was 15, she'd be 50. If I was 15, so she's like late 40s, right? Late 40s. Wow. I haven't thought about her in a long time. For years and years, I was waiting for her. I tried looking for her a couple of times, and I couldn't find her. But I was waiting for her to come and knock on the door, and and I wanted to help, if I could, and she never came around. From what I heard for a couple of years after she's done the gal. Obviously, she wasn't the best person in the world, but she was fun. I mean, we had a good time. But before she was, the last time I had contact with somebody that knew where she was, I think she was 18, and she already had 2 or 3 more kids with 2 or 3 different fathers. So anyway, the girl's probably messed up. Hopefully she didn't turn out to be a dancer or something. But yeah, it's got to be like 48, 47, 48. Unbelievable. Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah, and she was but she was related, wasn't she? Second cousin or something? I think second cousin. But I was only 16, so it was like it wasn't. I did pick her up on my Harley at the grade school. It was pretty interesting. That doesn't sound very good, does it? But like I said, I was 16. She was almost 15, so it wasn't like we were too far off in ages. Yeah, she had. I bet you she ended up having 7, 8, or 9 kids. And I think probably the reason she wasn't stupid. I think the reason was probably for money in the U.S. I think she probably making out like a bandit if she had 6 or 7 kids from the California state and the government giving her money. You could make a lot of money. Uh, hey, traveler, how you doing? Good afternoon to you. David looks like Chuck received the gift. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't expecting a shout out. That's cool. Yeah, he had. What happened was I ended up talking to him, and I said, "Hey, did you ever receive anything, a big gift from somebody?" And and he said, "Yeah, actually." And he goes, "Yeah, and I heard and we went back and forth. He said I got him to give it to his buddy, and I saw the video today. I saw most of it. I did. I watched the whole thing. Um, that you had given him. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm glad that everything worked out on getting that. But yeah, he did. Another friend didn't talk to him. But I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to say, hey, did so and so give you this GoPro? I just said, did you get a pretty expensive gift from anybody recently? Because I wanted to make sure it went through. I guess I could have just sent you an email and asked. But 47, that sounds about right, Paul. 47. Wow. But so I guess that I'm a great grandfather, and I could possibly be a great great grandfather, right? I mean, if her kids had kids at 15, 16 years old, I could easily be a great great grandfather. Wow. Yeah, well, was that the GoPro? Yeah, yeah. That's pretty awesome, right? But the and he's going to be. I don't know if he might have used it by now, but I love my 9, and pretty much the 9 and the 10 are pretty much very similar. And that's all I shoot with. I mean, it's sitting right here. I don't have it on. It's in its mod and ready to go with my wireless mics and my 7. I mostly shoot everything with the GoPro. I don't know. If I get another phone, I might change. I might change what I do. I'm already a great grandfather. I'm sure I'm a great grandfather. That's a given. I don't think there's even a question about that. Now, whether I'm a great great grandfather, I don't know. But I don't know that for sure either. But if that's the environment that they all grew up in, I'm sure they were probably wild kids. I'm sure. I mean, you don't want to think that way of your kids. So I got lucky with my daughter and my son are both good kids, and it's really weird. I don't know. You don't know. You try to raise the best you can, and I was separate or divorced at very young. My son was only 6 months old. My daughter was like a year and a half. So it sucked really bad. But it's hard to raise them. I mean, like really weird. For instance, I'll give you real quick is that our family, my 2 uncles and my mom, one uncle had 7 kids, the other one had 3, and my mom had 2. Out of all those kids, no one any real problem. Me, the closest one. I was right on the flipping edge. But I never pushed it. But the best friend of the family that went to Bass Lake with us, he was like part of the family. He was the third uncle, right? He had like 3 or 4 kids, and they just didn't turn out right. Well, they had a lot of problems and jail and drugs and everything like that. And I had talked to Johnny about it, and he said, "Yeah, I just don't know what I said, "You didn't do anything different than my uncle did. We were all together. All the kids were together. So so I don't know about raising children and showing them stuff, and we all got shown the same morals, the same everything, and some just, I guess maybe the people you're with, I don't know. I really don't. I felt for him. He was a good man. He passed away, I want to say 10, 15 years ago now, but he was one of the funniest guys you ever want to meet. It was always a good party if Johnny was there. That's for sure. Let's see. I don't know how to use a GoPro. It's pretty easy. Actually, what Chuck showed me another deal on it that I didn't really know, but now on both my cameras, instead of me, you always see Chuck in his hand, right? He's on his little post because he's got it in the pocket of his shorts. And I always kind of wondered, how did he get it going so quick? Well, there's a program in the GoPro that instead of pushing the start button on the side, waiting for it to warm up, and then pushing the top record button, you can set it up in there that you just press the record button once, it comes on, starts recording immediately, and when you're done, you just press the record button again, and it shuts off. So it makes it a lot easier to use. They're actually quite easy to use. But if you're going to do, like, any kind of trying to zoom in on something or anything like that, I would use my mirrorless probably. Or the phone would be awesome. I mean, I would say that 99, I think Joe said 95, 99% of what he shoots with that 13 now, so. I don't know if I'm a great grandfather, but I'm a pretty good grandfather. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have met them. Because I've probably got quite a few people that I'm related to that don't even know that I exist. You know, they don't know anything about me. But I don't know. My father never met me either. I was adopted by the, the, the stepfather that wasn't the greatest stepfather in the world. My ancestors were like all 10 kids, line over 100. My immediate family always has heart attacks and lives to be 72. Well, you know, I don't know. You know, it's just, speaking of that, you know, look at living, uh, it's really weird because I never once thought about death, even in the hospital with this one having leukemia and, you know, getting the bone marrow transplant. And it didn't become a reality until 5 days before she died, when they came in and said, no, she's going to die. You just have to decide whether you want to take her off of the antibiotics or whether you want to leave her on. And like I said before, I asked you, do you really want to hang? I mean, you're not. She said, no, I'm ready. So, you know, I didn't know, but then it dawned on me afterwards. I think I was in shock for like a week, and then it dawned on me that, hell, man, I could die. You know, she was 60, and I was 61, I think. So I'm 65 now, and now I look at it like, you know, all these people are dropping dead. All my friends are dying. A lot of people dying at 55, 60 years old. So, I mean, I'm hoping that I hang for a while, mainly for Nitnoy. She wants me to hang out for a little while. And actually I do now too, so. Mitch is leaving for a minute. I just say, GoPro, turn on. Oh, you do it with the voice? I haven't used that aspect of it yet, Craig. But I do like my 9. And a lot of people say, do you have problems with it overheating? This and that? No. Unless you're shooting 5K in the middle of the Thai sun, holding it up here, letting the sun beat on it, maybe. But I've never had a problem with it. And Trevor's saying, I have 10 grandkids. I haven't had any complaints from any of them yet. Yeah, you know, I mean, I was always thought that grandparents are put on this earth to pay back their children so that you could spoil the living crap out of their kids and then hand them back and say, okay, now take this one home, and love every minute of doing it. I don't get to do it that much because being here in Thailand, but I'd like to be more a part of their life in the future. There's 4 of them with my son, and I'm hoping that when I get back there, which probably isn't going to be October, I don't know if I said, it'll probably be November, I'm going to check into it again, because I didn't check the flights. I think I said it in the last live stream. The kids are coming back here for the whole month of October. I'm in the process of buying all the camping gear for the actual scooter, but I'm going to have an ice chest, a regular compressor, cooler, and a generator, and a big 600, you know, those battery banks, the big ones. I ordered that already. Sleeping bags, tents. The tent that I ordered, air conditioner, you know, the ones that sit on the floor, had to find a 5,000 watt one because the generator that I'm buying is 1,000 watt maximum, 800 running. And I seen on YouTube them using that 800 watt generator running a 5,000 watt window air conditioner. And I found an upright one on Lasada, everything on Lasada, and I should be able to run it. So I found an actual tent that is one of those pop-up ones that is an upside-down umbrella, but it's also on the sides got a bag, and you set the air conditioner on the ground outside and then wrap this bag except around the back, and it's got, you know, what do you call it, stretchy whatever stuff to hold it tight on there so bugs and stuff can't get up in there. And it's not even inside the tent. And then on the inside, you're looking through an open bag that's out, and you can see the air conditioner in there, and it blows the cold air in there. So we're going to try it, and what we decided to do was, my wife's kind of excited about doing it, so I'm going to put everything together, buying smaller stuff. Now, granted, if I go on the Forza and do and do a camping thing, I'm not going to be able to take the air conditioner and the generator and and all that kind of stuff and the ice chest. Although I am going to try to take the little fridge, 30-quart fridge with me on the bike if I can get it on there. Anyway, we're going to do it right across the street, right where we park the truck. It'll be perfect if it starts pouring down rain. My wife said a lot of the campgrounds around here close during this time of year, rainy season, because of the rain. So I said, well, shit, we can just do it. Ask the lady if we can pitch a tent across the street. So I'm hoping by the middle of next month, probably right when I come back from Pattaya, I'll have everything, and we'll do it. And of course, I'll film it. It ought to be pretty funny watching me try to camp. It should be fun. But I got to get the generator, and I want to make sure that it runs the air conditioner, and we'll get everything else. I got the fan that runs off the USB and the batteries, which is awesome to have. By the way, I would suggest buying one of these if you're in Thailand here with power outages, because this little fan will run on high speed on a full charge, I think 4 hours, and I can pretty much get by in the house, opening the windows, even when the power goes out in the middle of the day, as long as I have something blowing on me, and this thing works perfect. It was 650 baht, and it's a 10-inch. It's like 8 round. Maybe I'll grab it here in a minute and show it to you. But I would definitely suggest getting one of those just to keep charged and sitting there in case of a power outage. But now, in case of a power outage, I'll have the camping gear. So on the deck outside, I'll put a little shed or something right there, and I'll keep the generator and the air conditioner there. And if we have a power outage, I'll just roll the air conditioner into the bedroom, put the hose out the window, and at least I got half a ton of air conditioning. Better than nothing. But the 4-stroke generators are expensive. You can get a 2,000 watt, like the Hondas are like 34,000 baht for the 20 and the 22 2 kW. But the other ones that look okay, 4-stroke, 14,000 I think was the cheapest one I found. The little one is 7,000, 7,200 baht, and the air conditioner is the 5,000, and even it's actually the 5,000s more than the 6,000, probably because they don't make that many of them, but they're right around 5,000 baht. So it's going to cost me for everything probably about 30,000. I'll probably have into the camping section of it, and I'm buying some other stuff, an extra tent, because when the kids come here, maybe we're going to definitely go up into the mountains somewhere around here and camp for a few days. We'll take the truck. But ought to be interesting. It'll be fun. People keep saying they want to see what I do, because I always say, what do people want to know what I'm doing? And I guess people do. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, my inverter, that's what an inverter. It's a 606. It's weird. It's the cheapest one on Lazada, but I looked at the reviews and stuff, and it got really good reviews. My small inverter runs a couple big fans. Yeah, from your truck battery. Yeah, I'm getting the whole battery pack deal. It was it max 1,000 and 606 700 watt. I don't know. It's something, but it'll run like that little 30 liter. I forget, Apicool. Apicool was the big name, and I looked at those, and people have had them for 2 years, like camper van people off the grid and that kind of stuff, and they've got nothing but good things to say about them. They don't have Danfoss compressors or anything like that, but they do have regular compressors in them, and they work good. So they've had good reviews. Those are right around 4,000 baht for that, and that box deal. Forget about the generator, which will have the generator too. But when I go camping, I'll have that. We'll run that thing with the lid closed, going in and out occasionally for like 3 days, almost 3 days, depending on what you have it on. The one that I'm buying can either be a freezer or a refrigerator. It doesn't have the ability to be both. Some of them do, but I don't really need that. I just want a refrigerator to keep my whatever I'm going to cook: steak, bacon, cheese, eggs for us people that don't live in Thailand or that weren't raised in Thailand. We refrigerate our eggs and sodas and maybe a beer. Maybe I'll do a live stream and actually drink a beer with everybody. But it'll be interesting. Yeah, what I did buy 4,000 baht for a breakdown. I want to say it's about yay long. What is that? 2.5 feet by yay big around. It's a cot. It'll take up to 330 pounds, which is awesome. It comes with an air mattress and everything, and it's about 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground. I am buying that because I can't get on my knees, man. That's why I buy in the tent that I want. It's easy to set up by myself. If the kids are there and my wife's there or whatever, then it won't be so bad. But I understand exactly what you're saying, Traveler. I don't think I missed anything, did I? Nikki's going. Are you going to get some sleep? All right, take it easy, Nick. But yeah, it's the same for me. But I think it will be interesting. It'll be fun, man. I hope that people will follow it. If not, no, if I do my live stream, it's going to be normal. I've got enough dill and enough power and everything to hopefully sit inside the tent with the air conditioner going and doing it. But I don't know how I'm going to get the air conditioner and the generator to wherever I'm going to be. What I might do is take the Forza, go there, and have my wife follow me in the car, drop off the stuff, and then come back 2 days later. Of course, it's going to depend on whether they have showers and whether they have, bathrooms and that kind of stuff. And I told you about that one that I saw over by Joe in Pachuap. Looked just awesome. Had a restaurant there. You camp right on the beach. It was awesome. So anyway, that'll be glamping. Glamping to me and you probably, right? It's not going to be, like I said, my hardest thing that I remember the 2 times that I did it on the Triumph was because I had a picnic table where I was, and I have other tables that break down. You guys will see all the equipment that I have in the very first camping one that we do. But it was getting down on my knees to get inside the tent and get enough. If I could just step into the tent and sit on the cot is high enough to be able to sit on, and if I'm by myself, I'm fine. I just bought a mat for the ground for my wife. I'm horrible, and but she likes to sleep on the ground anyway. They all do. The kids will the same thing. So I'm gonna get them a separate tent. So it'll be, I don't know, it'll be fun, man. I think it'll be a good time. I think it'll make for some fun, interesting content to watch. Watch the old guy walk around cursing because it's hotter than hell out. Well, it won't be any cursing. At least I hope not. But it should be fun. And like I said, the hardest part, we'll see how it goes across the street. If I have the generator and the air conditioner and that works out perfect, if I could get it to wherever I'm camping, because the biggest thing for me is riding to where I'm going. And if I'm not going that far, maybe my wife can follow me in the truck, and maybe she'll stay with me. Maybe it'll be for the weekend. She'll hang, and I can keep most of the stuff in there, and I'll just get to ride for the hour. She'll probably feel better because she can follow me wherever we're going. So maybe that's the way I'll plan on doing it, because I know it'll be a lot nicer having that generator. But it was really weird. I've seen some of I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about those inverter box battery, I don't know what you call them, battery whatever they are, running air conditioners for 2 hours. So this thing, it was a 500 watt, which this one's like a 606. It's a really weird number. But anyway, ran it for over almost 3 hours. A little 5,000 BTU air conditioner. Amazing what they make nowadays. Yeah, a bug in your face. That's my problem. I'm not big on bugs, and I don't like snakes. So wherever we go is going to have to be fairly manicured area, at least where we put the tent, so that I can see what the hell's going on. I can keep most of the bugs out. I'm going to buy I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Thermacell. It's I think that's the name of it. It runs off of gas, and it's the same stuff that's in those mosquito coils, and it gives you almost I don't know, like 15-foot area around wherever you set it. It's amazing, and the mosquitoes will stay away. And it runs off of the little same canisters you use to cook or whatever it's going to be. I'll have that too, and we'll look at all this stuff in case somebody's interested. They might say, yeah, it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll get I know that I got a lot of people that want to see me do more stuff on the Forza. That's still the highest ranking video that I've got. I think it's 17,000 views now, and I still get like it's the highest one every month, like 1,000 views. It's amazing, from all over the world, from France, from all over. It's amazing. Unseen Thailand in Chiang Mai. How you doing? Glad you could stop by. Good morning to you. My dad wanted his ashes spread in the ocean. I was tipping out his ashes and the wind blew. But the same thing happened to my nephew when he put my wife's ashes right where her brother was, right before Oxnard, anyway, in Southern California, and she wanted to be where we had spread her brother's ashes. And same thing out. He was going to dump it, and a big breeze came up. He was about chest high in the water, just right before or right after the breakers. We didn't get much at this particular beach. We weren't in the big swells or anything. But I think it'll be interesting with the. You guys let me know when we do the camping. Let me know what you think. I come in late. Are you looking? I'm going to camp across the street for the first one. Right across the street, I got a big flat area where we parked the truck. And then probably the first places will be some of the places. There's some up by the elephant sanctuary, about an hour away. There's actually quite a few of them. If you put in camping and Surin, you get a bunch of them. A lot of people make a little extra money, like that one that Joe had. I'd like to go to that one. It looked awesome. Camping right on the beach, showers, bathrooms, coffee shop, restaurant, everything right there, and manicured, very clean. And it was to put your tent there was 30 baht a night, so it's not real expensive. And for me, I want it to be cool, but if you didn't catch it all, I'm going to have a 5,000 BTU with a generator in the tent and everything. Or I found a tent that actually accepts that air conditioner. You'll have to see. Anyway, it'll be an air conditioned tent, and I'm hoping to do live streams and vlogs from in there and out, and then jump on the Forza, do some motor vlogging wherever I go. But it's probably going to be mainly in October, maybe November, December, January, February, because I told you here by me here in Surin, very mild weather, 85 pretty much tops during the day, and high, high 60s, low 70s in the morning. So it's very nice. Let's see, posted my dad. That was the one. And Unseen said hello. And what else? Talking to Thailand Digital Nomad. I lost my father when I was 15. I miss getting to know him as an adult. I try to think all the good times. Yeah, and that's kind of the bummer I was saying about my kid that I met. She was 6 months old when I was the first and only time that I saw her. I never saw my father. He tried to run my mom over with a car when she was 6 months pregnant with me, and needless to say, my uncles run him off, and he was kind of a wannabe wise guy, Italian guy, and never came and wanted to see me. Never made the attempt. I never had an inkling once I found out he tried to run my mom over. He wasn't the top of my list, but I heard he passed away, I think, which I'm sure he probably did. But I never got to meet him. Never met him. But I did have a temporary dad. That was my buddy's best friend's father, the boss, we called him. And it was, as far as having to have a a father like that, whatever you want to call it, a step, whatever. He was my dad pretty much, and it was good, good, good man. Drank a little too much, but we all did back then. Hey, Jay East, how you doing? Uh, I like the way Mitch says hello, but he doesn't remember meeting you. Is that that's the same thing? He doesn't come to see me in Surin either, so don't feel bad, Jays. Last time I went camping, a skunk sprayed my friend's dog. Oh, there you go. Never again. It's been a long time. Like I said, we went from going to the Lake Havasu, camping out at Crazy Horse when we were young, to finding out about the Nautical Inn and forget about camping anymore. Stayed in the Nautical Inn right there in Havasu. And then if we didn't go to 4 and 5 star hotels after that, we had big motorhomes and stuff like that. So it was fun. We had a good time. And then with the family, we camped every year up at Bass Lake to where I lived. Both my uncles, my mom, the Johnny that I had mentioned earlier, and his family. Every year for 2-3 weeks, that was the main vacation. So we got to go. We camped during that all the time. What was this? What did I miss? Hello, Tiny. I think Mr. Mitch might just really be a troll. Could be. You never know. If he says I want to come to Surin, then we know that it's not the real Mr. Mitch. He said, "Hey, good morning. I'm still in yesterday." You have any coffee yet? I did have my coffee. I remember, geez. Let's see. I think I'm caught up. If I missed anything, guys, let me know. Put it back up. I'm not going to go real long today. It's already been an hour. I'm going to try to actually get out and do something today without a mask on. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably go out to lunch with my beautiful wife. She'll want me to take her somewhere. She likes to. We went to the steak place again. I got to put up that guy's Facebook page so you guys can go over and say hello to him. Because if you ever do come here to Surin, for the money, I mean, I had beef, steak the night we went to the hospital. Thursday after that we went, and he was busy. So his name's getting out there, but anybody that comes to Surin will definitely go there. It was like 70 baht for a full steak, potatoes, a little salad. I mean, it's awesome. This is a troll here, I think. Yeah, that's a troll. That's not Mitch.
Hey, look at that light over there.
Hey, brother. Hey, I see that.
Look at that. I see the light.
I fixed my... what did you ask? Is there any what? You asked, did me troll Dave's channel right now?
Make an adjustment here. Hello, everyone. How are you today?
Douglas asks, I'm back. The ancestors in the Guardian House are happy for another year. I do additional prayer for my waving the chicken. So that was your punishment?
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm just reading that
Mitch
comment.
and Surin. Hey,
I get so much shit for not going to Surin.
He just has a different screen. He's always right. He's right
I'm
next
right here.
to me.
Here, touch.
That would be nice.
Oh, look at
He'll make it. He'll make it one day.
Maybe.
I don't think he'll make it before. I don't think he'll make it before I get there on the.
Were your ears ringing,
13th.
Dave?
Why? What happened?
I slipped over to another channel for a few minutes to
listen
to the rhetoric. Yeah.
What were they talking about me?
Yeah. No, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
Oh, good. Well, even in bad ways, all right. As long as it's just true stuff. Fat Santa. Yeah, I'm fat. But,
that's funny, Dit. Maybe I am.
What does
He's
it say?
asking if I'm not yet. Well, gee.
Yeah, Mitch won't give up. He won't disclose his
Never
location.
know, man. I don't want to ruin other people's content.
Yeah, I saw Alex's one of his videos saying he's getting ready to go.
I mean, I'm not. I'm in Pattaya now. Jom Tien. We came home early from our trip. Dow was sick. And
who's Tim in Thailand? Do I know
Tim
Tim
in Thailand?
How you doing?
Yeah, I see Tim in Thailand on Digging my grave here. Let's see. Yeah, I see Tim in Thailand.
That was a good out of that. Now I'm gonna give myself a little Coke, but
Yeah,
it'll.
Dow was sick and for a couple of days and just powering through it. And it's like, what's the, you know, I'm retired. I can be with all these people anytime they tolerate me.
Well, I was
And
surprised when I was watching Chuck's video this morning, and I was surprised that I didn't know you were still there and got to meet his friends from Texas. I thought you were already gone by the time
yeah, yeah,
he went through
Lori and
there.
Brent,
Yeah.
great people. Wish I could. I just clicked on Chuck's video. This so actually it was a Facebook posting from Pookie, bunch of pictures, and I was like, shit, man. We could have stayed. I could have been an asshole and forced Dow to stay in the room and
To be
get better.
miserable.
And well, I
And I was
was
saying
out
well, he
partying.
was. I don't know how long after his videos, but I guess she was sick for like 3-4 days. She hadn't had a beer in 4 days, and
Yeah,
she'd been sick. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But
So
they were
hopefully
they
she's
were on the
better.
road, different circumstances. I was like, why push it? I called the ball. It was my decision.
Right.
You
Good for
know,
you.
yeah,
Hey, why
dude,
not?
it sucked.
No
It was
one's
like
being
smacking
miserable.
my toe with a hammer. It was like, God dang it, man. Because you know how much I love hanging out with everybody.
Yeah,
Remember
Jay
the
East wants
bike
to know
trip and
how she's.
everything, and
Jay East wants to know how she's feeling.
oh, 100%. We're ready to fly. In fact, we're ready to fly. Meetup,
It,
subscriber meetup, Richie and Maybells with Chocolate Man in Thailand and Alex
when is that?
tomorrow, 1 p.m.
Tom-
Thai time.
Tomorrow?
Sunday, Thai
Wow.
time. Tomorrow. That would be 26.
Is he going to live stream from there, or anybody going to, or do
I
you
would
know?
imagine somebody's going to have something rolling.
Somebody
Oh,
might.
and someone else is in town too, by the way.
Hey, Jack. Who's that?
I won't name anybody. It might,
Oh, okay.
want to surprise anybody, but how do I say this? Anyway, there's someone else in town who's very famous in the Thailand genre.
Icy? Icy's trying to come see you?
Keep guessing. I ain't gonna say nothing. You won't even see. You won't even see a tell like a twitch or nothing.
Let's see, Douglas saying, after everyone
Hey,
asks,
Jack.
what is my channel? I finally made a channel. Do not expect much. I added around 25 shorts and will load up a lot of bike video from the GoPro. Cool. Guys, I don't know. Did anybody have a link to Douglas's new channel? I'm
Of
not a
course we do.
YouTuber. Cool.
I'm not a
Mitchell
YouTube
put it.
either.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'm not either.
reluctant. I'm reluctant in that way.
Thailand. I will be in touch today for a couple of weeks.
There you go, right there,
When's the
Douglas
next meet?
Williams.
I
Ooh,
think
ooh,
Chuck
ooh.
is having one at the end of July. Last time I talked to Chuck, he didn't know the exact dates, but sometime around the end of July in Jantiem, Pattaya. Don't know where, but
Oh, awesome, Tim.
he'll keep us
When's the
he'll
next
keep us
meetup?
advised.
Hell, I don't know. Tomorrow? In Phuket.
Yeah, Mitch will meet up anytime. I'm so happy
Ah,
Chuck doesn't have to wear a mask anymore. Yeah, I know, huh? Yeah, I'm sure he's happy. Uh, Everybody is. I mean, I know Thailand Digital Nomad, he's hated the mask for months and months and months. And like I said, I think now it's doing more harm than good for the Thai person that has to pay 10 baht for a mask, and they could either spend that or buy some food. They're going to wear it for a few days, and that bacteria and stuff in there can't be any good for your lungs. So I think at this point it's time to say bye-bye to the mask. Um,
yesterday
Mitch
at
put it up.
Macro, I'd say nearly everyone was wearing a
Did
mask.
they ask you to wear it when you went in, or
No,
no?
no, I didn't. No, and I've been asked there to pull mine up, because I had it
Right,
down
right,
before. They were real
right.
sticklers with that, and
Supposedly the businesses can mandate whatever they want. If they want you to
yeah,
wear a
I
mask, you
did
got to wear a
because
mask.
I wore mine because of peer pressure. Everyone was wearing theirs, and I was like, shit. I'll put it on, but
And I'll do the same thing. I'm not gonna.
it'll get around. That wave's gonna take.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right.
I mean, the Patty Mayor was going down Walking Street, no mask.
So at least there
Okay,
people are behind it.
so they're out there. They're trying to
But
get
he's
it
not
out
a.
there.
But he's not a foreigner either. We're gonna get a little different looks, I think, because I think the Thai people still in their mind, if you're on the whitish side like me, that you have the virus, and it's hard to kick them off of that. Here's another troll here. There we go. Mark the troll.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, brother. How you
Well,
doing?
it's those beautiful pictures yesterday, man. Well, could have been the day before when you put them, but
I've got a bit
various
of a
establishments you've been going to.
yeah, a bit of a hangover this morning.
Oh man, food, drink,
Uh,
setting.
I've got to hop in a taxi and go back into the
well,
city.
what
and
you know,
get my car.
I didn't really ask anybody.
Well, hey,
I'll
that's
ask
good.
you,
That's
Mark.
good. You're doing that.
What's it like? What's it like in Australia with the mask?
We haven't had to wear masks here since I've been back. Gary, he probably able to tell you when the mask mandate got dropped, but I've been back in Australia now for 2 months and 1 week, but who's counting?
Not in the
Um,
supermarkets. Nothing. No.
no.
Oh, cool.
I hopped on a tram last night, and apparently you're meant to wear them on public transport, but nobody was. So
Oh, that's good.
done and
Let's see,
dusted.
Douglas saying, I always forget my mask. Yeah, I do too. And what I do is I keep them in my scooter. I keep like 10 or 15 of them in my back box or top box. No one has ever said anything. I do wear my mask at the hospital. I wear it around my chin. Never wear one in the car. I don't wear one in the car. I do wear it on the scooter because everybody here, at least up until a few days ago, they all wear them. Forget about the helmets. They're not worried about the 4-year-old they have on their lap that could fall off, or they don't have an helmet on. But boy, they got masks on. So I don't understand sometimes.
Public service
And what I
announcements.
love is the boyfriend or the husband and wife, and the husband's got his on, but they must have only had one because his wife or girlfriend doesn't have a helmet on. So I guess she's
There you go.
expendable.
Loretta's
And
gonna
I've
turn
never
hers
been an
into bathing
advocate of that.
suits.
What's that?
Loretta's going to turn her spare masks into bathing suits.
That would be all right. I could do that.
I'm,
Yeah,
um,
spell checks gets me too.
I'm
Loretta,
waiting to
no
see
worries.
because I fly Thai Airways in a couple of weeks,
Oh, that's right.
and
Thanks, traveler.
I haven't seen the last time Thai Airways updated their website was the 1st of June. So I'm waiting to see whether or not there's a mask on the plane. But I'm coming over with 2 mates. So I just said to them last night, I said, look, have a couple of masks, put them in your pocket. If we need to put them on, we put them on. But otherwise,
Right.
Yeah.
So now Gary's saying yes, basically a couple of money marks. However, I think you're supposed to wear on public transport and Ubers.
yeah, you are. But as I said, I hopped on a tram last night to go from where I parked my car in my secret location up to the pub, and no one was wearing a mask on the tram. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to find out today. I'm going to go out. Like Mitch is saying, most of the people in Pattaya, John TM aren't wearing them, right? They're walking around.
It's sporadic.
50.
I'll
Yeah.
give them some time. But seriously, the public service announcements for wearing the masks and why you have to wear the masks and for 2 years, you know what I mean? It's going to take a long time to swing that pendulum the other way.
yeah,
It really is. I mean, people still believe ostriches stick their head in the sand, okay?
don't they?
You know, Paul's saying
And drop
Paul's
bears.
saying only in the hospitals. And Tim says he'll make a thong.
Thong.
There's
There you go.
thongs for your feet or for your.
So
I get that all the time.
I'll go back to a previous comment you said at the start of your live stream about COVID and how these latest variations don't have an effect on people. Or not. Let me clarify. Not as bad an
Right.
effect on people as it was, say, 2 years ago. Good friend of mine in Bunchang, who has had COVID for the second time. She got COVID at the start of the week. She had a headache and a cough day one. She tested positive. By day two, she'd lost the headache, lost the cough.
Right.
Still
Well,
testing positive,
the youngest
but all the symptoms went.
the youngest daughter is testing herself pretty much every other day, hoping that she has COVID so she can come home. She don't want to be in Bangkok. She wants to be with mom here at home.
Yeah, no kidding.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. She wants to be home with her mom. The oldest, she's like I said, the traditional Thai dance. Pretty much the school that she's in Bangkok is the top in Thailand, and it's the place to be. So she's not going anywhere. The youngest is singing and all of her schoolworks. So I think she could possibly if she wanted to. But the apartment, I'd rather see the two kids together than one by herself, unless the oldest, who's 18, could find a girlfriend or something to stay with her. I would tell my wife, let her come home if she wants to come home. She wants to be with her mom, and she likes it here. Well, I don't blame her because I haven't put the air conditioner or the hot water in the apartment yet. So here they have air conditioning, hot water. They get to eat whatever food they want to eat. They get to pretty much do whatever they want to do. So I can't blame her for wanting to be here.
Look,
but it's mainly to see her mom.
My missus, so they haven't had to wear a mask in Thailand for a couple of days now. She was out and about yesterday, and when I rang her last night, I said, "Did you wear your mask or not?" She said, "Yeah, She said it's just hard not." It's just such a habit, and I got that when I got off the plane in Australia 2 months ago, and I went to go and have a coffee with my mates that same morning. I'm grabbing a mask out of my pocket, and they're going, "You don't need it, mate." But it just becomes habit, It was we spoke before. I mean, it was keys, wallet, mask, keys, wallet, mask. So
yeah, exactly.
and phone, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yes, they are, Tim. They are
glued to your hand.
VKK people still, I think, and they are here too. I'm sure. Like I said, I'll give you guys an update at least on Surin. We're gonna go out. I know we'll go out and get something to eat today. So hopefully I'll get her on the back of the Forza and we'll take a little trip. There's one place that I'd like to eat on the river that we ate there before. It's pricey, but God, it's so good. The food is awesome. But see, you ruined it for Paul now. And Paul, there is a Santa Claus, just so that you know. Don't let anybody tell you there's not a Santa Claus.
And
even
people,
if Mitch says that.
And humans don't really stick their head up there, but they continue to try.
I'm willing to help out any human that wants to stick his head up there. I'm willing to give it a good chop out.
She's not there. I think it was, Douglas, I think 5,500 baht. 5,500 again. I'll ask my wife if I see her pop her head back in here again.
Sorry about the ostrich,
water bills
guys.
have been cheap. What's that, Mitch?
Oh, I said sorry about the ostrich, letting you in on that one.
He's ruining it for everybody.
But the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy.
I mean, they don't bury their heads. Yeah, you're going to get it on all sides now. Go out and enjoy yourself. Yeah, I hear that, Jack. We're going to go out and have a good time.
Ride like the wind. You'll never guess what I'm doing today.
He's going to Phuket.
No, in about an hour and a half, I'm going to look at another condo.
That's a lie, guys. I'll tell you that right now.
That's okay.
I'll tell you it's a lie.
That's good.
He's going to take off. He's going to, even down, she feels okay, but he's going to he'll sleep and make her drive to Phuket. So he's a slave.
Oh, no driving.
He's a
Fly,
mean
baby.
guy. Fly, baby. I would go.
Fly.
Why don't you go?
I never said I wasn't. Hello.
So the question is, has the mask been removed from the big Thai statue?
Wow.
I don't know, Waza.
Good question.
I do not
No,
know
good
that.
question. Good question.
Have to see.
I'll fly out of DMK anyway.
Yeah, if you do, get a picture
Don
of
Juan.
us. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, it's going to go. They're just
Not
like
from
it's kind of weird here because, like I said, 35% of the people wore them before the virus. So they're still going to wear their masks. But what I'm going to be looking for is a white face with no mask on, walking down the street. I want to get eye contact and see, oh my God, if they start running the other direction, because I don't want to flip them all out, but I don't want to be miserable either. And if the government, I've always went by what Thailand says, and if Thailand says I don't have to wear one walking around, because like I
remember
said,
I
man,
had
it freaks
coffee
me
with
out.
you that morning here in Jomtien, Dave, at your hotel.
Yeah,
I went over to use the loo, right?
right.
And there's this little girl playing with her trinkets there in the lobby, and she ran to grab her mask when she saw that Farang walking by. She was like, "Oh my god!"
Exactly. It happens, and that's
Seriously,
the way it is.
I mean, I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's in their brains, and especially the younger ones, because they hear the older ones talking about it. I mean, and what was really weird when I went to the hospital day before yesterday,
Jack.
they asked everybody, Thai, Farang, everybody that was there. There wasn't a whole bunch of people there. One of their questions when you're checking in or whatever, do you have the virus? Do you have this? Do you every person, not just foreigners, everybody, do you have it? Because they don't even at least in the government hospital, you could just walk in and go right up the elevator and go wherever you want to go. You used to have to go through a station and there'd be a nurse and get the temperature or the scanning. It's gone, and they don't have it. All they do is ask you when you get to wherever you're going to check in. Ours was to give the blood. That's how we started our little deal, and it was really quick. We left here at 3, and we were out of there by 5:30. And both had seen the doctor, had the blood test, had the results given to the doctor, and sat and waited. I'll tell you, the longest thing is waiting for the results on the blood test and waiting for all my medication. She brings a purse about this big, and it's full of medication because I'm getting 3 months worth. So, what's Douglas saying? We hit 1,900 baht for this month, and Noon is going to discipline me. Yeah, she wouldn't be happy with me. That's for sure. And I haven't even got the ponds probably won't change. It'll be another pump. It'll be minimal, but the pool will add a little bit. I'm hoping to stay at 65. If I could stay between 6 and 65, I'll be happy. What is Fish saying? Paul's saying mine was key phone. Oh damn! I got to go back to the car and get the mask. Yeah, I think that's normal. That's normal.
But you know,
happy to see Mr. Mitch in a great mood.
Isn't it weird, Mitch, that so you and I have been in Thailand for roughly the same amount of time, although I think you got there about a month before me, but all the hassles that we went through to leave our respective countries to enter Thailand, and within a year, just hop on a plane and come. You know what I mean? It's just freaks me out. But anyway, it is what it is. You can't change the past. So.
Yeah, a lot of hoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been pretty good with my mask, guys. And like I said, if I don't, I keep them, because if I go somewhere, I'm usually going on the scooter. Most of the time around town, I'm going on the scooter, and I always put my mask on before I even get on the scooter, so I don't really forget it then. And then I keep 5 or 6 of them in the top boxes on both the Forza and the Scoopy. So I usually keep it, and we keep them in the car. So sometimes she'll catch me, or sometimes when I'm walking out, I'll ask her, "Do we have masks?" And she said, "Yeah," and we go on our merry way. I've spent your electric bill on Prime Burgers this last week. Yeah, it's easy to do. That's why it makes it so hard, Tim, to when people ask me, how much does it take to live in Thailand? What do you have to make? What do you have to have? Like I said, you can live here for as little as $1,000 US if you want to live that way. I don't, and maybe you couldn't live on the $1,000 US once everything gets completely back to normal. Because right now, I think what you're renting is at a reduced rate, even though everything else is.
It's apparent I cannot live on 1,000.
I don't know how people do. What's
I'm going to say the minimum. What I look at when I look at a single guy, and I'm not a big drinker, not smoking, I'm not spending. $2,500 is what bounces around in my mind if I'm by myself. With my wife, 3,000, is plenty of money. 35 is what I bring in usually, but I have extra money that I can put in savings, or we we spend on the house or whatever it is. But the number that bounces around for a single guy is between 2 and 25, and that gives you a pretty good. Plus, if you're 50 years old and you're here on a retirement visa, you need that at least that $2,000 or 1,800 or 1,900 to make that 67,000 a month, depending on what the bot's doing, which is
Yeah,
really
Gary.
good. And anybody know what it's doing today? It was at what
Haven't looked.
35.4 something. Somebody will look it up. but yeah, I could see how you could do that. So it all depends. It's all relevant, on what you
Well,
do.
we were doing that last night. So internet here in Australia, my broadband here in Australia, or whatever they call it, is about 60 Australian dollars. So that, I think that works out about 1,400 baht per month. Now in Thailand, for the same
Yep.
sort of speeds, it's
Close enough, traveler. That's right.
750 baht per month. So as my
Speaking of
missus
money,
says, go on.
for the retirement visa, you're single, they want you to have either 800,000 in the bank, in a Thai bank, or 65,000 a month coming in, and those numbers are actually pretty accurate. I mean, it's kind of right, 65,000 baht.
Yep.
You could live pretty good here,
Yep.
not get into too much trouble, have health care, blah blah
Yep.
blah, good transfer,
Yeah, I think
good rental.
a lot of people. Well, what's his name? Les, I think is less than that. Les.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Les
I
is,
think
Les
he's
is
like
on
at
about
40.
50K. Les is on
Yeah,
about
50.
50K
And
a day.
Joe
Yeah,
just did
yeah.
a video with some retiree in his backyard or whatever,
Yeah,
and he
Vince.
asked him what his and his was 50 too. I think so. I mean, they've got it down. But like I said, they should give everybody that visa or that option of. Here it is. It's called the 67,000 baht visa. You can come here for a year, just put 67 in the bank, transferred into Thailand every month.
65,000 baht, Loretta. So do the conversion at 35.41 that Douglas threw up there, and then you'll have a figure.
Well, it's-
But like I
thought it
said,
was more
I
than
said in the
that.
past, I haven't. The most I've spent, now this does not include buying my motorcycle and things like that. When I sold things in the States specifically to buy things here. But the most I've spent was 2,850 US dollars in 1 month, and that was the biggest month that we traveled all through April, like 22 days of April. We're traveling 3, 4, and 5-star places and eating out big every night, drinking every night.
It's unbelievable. The one I
And that-
couldn't believe the money when he told me.
And that's two
That's-
people, right? That's two
That's
people.
outstanding. Yeah.
Not
Look-
flying solo.
If you, and when people say to me, how much does it cost to live in Thailand? Well, it's all relative, and you've got to put it in perspective to what your personal circumstances are. But I always say what you say, Mitch. I say to them, well, look, the minimum, if you're going to apply for a visa in your home country, is 67,000 baht. That's a pretty good guide.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Very good guide. Very good.
The only thing is if you're married, in case people are married and they come in, you can do it with 400. So
Exactly,
half that.
Tom. There's an example there. See, Tom's
but
got
there's three.
a daughter in school,
Right.
but,
The thing that
yeah.
Yeah, I missed. 35.41. Thanks, Douglas. I was just looking. 35.47. All right, I'll take the medias over there. I make a couple extra. We spend around 3,500 USD a month. That's a lot. Like I said, I pay now
Yes.
for I have the house payment. I have a car payment. I have the Forza payment. And then I give my wife money. I give my mother-in-law money. Then I have the close to 6,000 every month for the electric, 1,000 for water, 2,000 for all the other incidentals as far as internet and TV and SIM cards and all that kind of crap. And it comes out to about, I want to say it comes out to like 65,000, and I bring in like 105, 110. So I have plenty of money to do what I want, and that takes care of everything. That's
Yes.
all the food,
Loretta,
everything.
yes, 60,000. the government has it 65 or 67,000? What is it, Mark?
I think it's
Baht per
67,000.
I think it is too. What it is it's supposed to
67,000.
be the same equivalent as 800,000. So it's actually 66 point whatever. But they say I think 67.
But
is
but
what
I
they
have
say.
there has been rumours around, and I think one of the rumours was out of a consulate in Los Angeles, and the other one was out of the consulate in Sydney here in Australia. Is that
Yeah.
that's going to increase from 800,000 baht
To
to 1.2 million. I
They've
have
been
heard
talking
that.
about that for a long time.
Yes, yeah.
So
So
hopefully
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not
But
going.
you never
See,
know. It could happen tomorrow.
do your
Well, see,
research.
the problem is, sometimes I bring in like 33 or 32. It ends up being around 108, 105,000 baht or whatever it is, and it depends. I'll vary it. But see, my problem with the 1.2 is that's right on the border. 100,000, right? And if something happens and the dollar goes and the baht gets stronger, maybe I'm only getting 95. Now, do I have enough to where I could bump it up? Yeah, but that'd be a pain in the ass. I think 1.2 is way out of line. Way too much money that they're
Es-
that they're going to do.
Especially if you had a marriage visa and it's
I would
half-
definitely change it. Yeah,
and it's
I would
half that.
definitely change it. Yeah, if
And
if it came up, just so I would be safe, I would change it to a 600, thousand. And if I did that, I'd probably go, you know what, enough's enough, and I'd bring in 600,000, and like I tell everybody, 650,000, and shove it into a bank account and not touch it and let it be done.
look, Tom's there, and he has a 4-year-old daughter, so she's not a huge expense.
Right.
Tom's not, I don't know, who's a rich person. He's not a
Financially
James,
independent.
yeah, but he's not a James Packer or a Rupert Murdoch or somewhere that drives around in a chauffeured limo every day. Tom leads a comfortable life, and Tom
Yes.
and I are very similar, and we spend the same amount of money. So
And that's what I shoot for, is right around 100.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, depending on what the pot's doing, could be 110 down to 102, depending on
There,
what it's doing.
I shared right off the Thai embassy website on financial requirements. Boom, right there. Meeting
Let
the
me see if I
financial
can make it.
requirements for a retirement visa.
Let me see if I can make it bigger.
65,000. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
65? Yeah, so it's even less than that. So, yeah, and like I said, man, if you're doing that, just supposedly, I don't know, I can't
Hey, Ron
read
John.
this.
Well, she's got school. Sorry, I did forget about private school. So sorry about that, Tom.
Let's see, arrival. I can't read it because my eyesight sucks. But according to what I used to know is it had to add up to that 800. So, because like I said, all of a sudden, nope, I wanted my money at the end of the month, but it has to be on the first or second, so it goes into that month, and it came too early, and now I've got 1 month that I have 130,000, but I have zero on the next month. Supposedly that's supposed to be good enough. It's supposed to be accumulation. Like if you have 400,000 in the bank,
Hey, Jam.
you have to make up 400,000, over that year. But I wouldn't want to get into any kind of discussion with anybody. I would make sure that you put in your 67 plus
Every
or 60.
single month.
Right,
Every
every
single
month.
month.
Yep.
And in fact, if you
and-
missed one, I would put in an extra 65 or 67. I always think at it as 67. But see, each month mine's over 100. So I don't have to worry about it too much.
But
And if I miss, I put in an extra 100.
Yeah, I'd rather have it and not need it. I'm gonna spend it anyway.
Right,
Yeah, well,
right.
that's right. That's right.
Vince on Joe's the interview. Vince and I are a
I
lot
think he
alike
said
in terms
50.
of how much do you budget. And I said I don't. I don't sit here and go, oh. I mean, I
thought he
know
said 50.
I have X for this and X for that. Right, rent. Okay, now that's aside from investments. Okay, I'm not talking investments. I'm not talking condos, purchases, sales. None of that. That's just talking about me living here because I live in a rental, even though I own condos. Follow me? Take care, Nikki.
No, she's
but I'm
coming
just
back.
talking about me living in Thailand. I have a condo rental. I pay utilities. I buy food. I have entertainment. I go out for dinner. I go on trips. Blah 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 blah.
If they put it up to 1.2, I think I will start. Yeah, I don't think they can do that. They talked about it and talked about it, and exactly what Mark said a year ago.
I concur with that.
In those
Wazza.
two,
I
in those
concur
two
completely.
deals, they they
That would be a
were
shot in the
talking
foot.
about it, but I haven't heard nothing again, nothing. And I don't think they will. And if you're married, like I said, if they did do that, I would definitely get a marriage visa. For me, it would make sense to
I'll just
to
come in
dump
again.
it
Okay.
down.
1.2 million baht is 100,000 baht a year. Now, 100,000 baht a year is husband, wife, couple of kids. All right, that's living in Thailand. Even if you owned your home or you're paying one off, you're in a rental.
Yeah, 100,000 a
But
month.
But
1.2.
that's I don't know what's that. 55,000 Australian dollars, maybe pushing 50 to 55,000 Australian dollars a year. For people to make that sort of money and retire on it, you've got to be probably Thailand's not going to be your country of choice when you were, if you've got a retirement pension that's going to be delivering that sort of money. I don't know. Look, I love Thailand, and so
Yeah.
for me,
I can afford it.
Yeah, I can afford it. So if I'm in a
I
fortunate position where I can afford it,
Well, where are you
whatever
going
they
to
put it
go
up
for
to.
$3,000 a month? If you didn't have a home in the U.S. and you needed to rent a place to stay in a decent neighborhood, in a decent place to live in California, okay, you couldn't even rent the house. You couldn't even get a house. Forget about a car and a bike and this luxury and that luxury and that. So it's like a no-brainer for me to live here with the. Even if they made it to 1.2, would it be a breaking thing for me? No, I wouldn't want to be that close on it. On money wise, and I would definitely go in and change mine to a marriage
Marriage
visa,
visa.
shove 600 into the bank, and never have to worry about it until they start talking about it again. But I just think it's stupid. That's too much money.
Yeah, it's true, Tom.
You know.
True.
Yeah, Tom.
Dip Media, good question, and it's kind of nebulous for me. When I got here 10 months ago, the market was seriously depressed, and people were at wits end or at financial end, and they had to dump. So I bought when things were dumped, when things were in the shitter, let's say. Okay, and now that they're not in the shitter, I was able to sell a couple of units recently,
That's
and I made money, which I've told people thousands of times never buy. That's just me, because I've been coming here forever, and every time I'm here, there's always unoccupied or vacancies, high rises going up constantly, new projects constantly, and they're vacant, 60, 70, 80% vacant. I mean, it's like crazy. So, but I went against my better wishes and I won.
Yeah, he said Tim saying the Dip Media buy houses. My only problem with that, I mean, if you have a company that
I don't.
could watch your rentals or
I've set foot in
oversee
them, and
all
then
your
I don't set
rentals,
foot
I
in them
would just
again.
do that.
That's it. I set foot when I sign the papers, and that's it. I don't. The property management does all that crap.
I've always had problems with
Collects all the
rentals, so I
fees.
wouldn't do it.
I couldn't. I sold in the States because I just knew I would have freaking heartburn all the time. That's just
Yeah,
me. I know I have good friends that have rentals in the States, and no problem. Lots of them.
I had problems with rentals. People don't want to pay. In
Antelope Valley is
California,
beautiful, by the way. But yeah,
forget about the stuff is that in California they can
they
just
are,
screw you for
Mickey.
6 to 8
Mental.
months. So they can sit in your house. You have absolutely no rights as a homeowner. You have no rights to get them thrown out in 3 days. You got to wait
Buy
6
gold.
months
Dip
and try to
Media,
get
buy
your
gold.
money out of them. You can't
Give her
get your
gold.
money out of them.
Give her gold.
Gold.
She's always got it. There it is.
My
It's
mortgage is
it's
up
been
there.
it's been a staple investment for thousands
All over,
and
I think, Mickey.
thousands and thousands of years.
And before
People
that,
have always
salt.
seen. Still salt. Salt's still good. You still need
Yeah.
salt and gold, so and tequila. salt, gold, and tequila.
Yeah, you can. You
I
could buy
don't.
some serious land in Thailand.
I don't blame you, Dip Media. I wouldn't either. It just wouldn't be if I had, like you said, if you had a company, a land that would take care of all your properties, you own 5, 6, whatever you wanted to put together, then that would probably be okay. The ones I had, I always had, until I've basically told the people, yeah, you can move into the house. I don't deal
Yeah,
with
Gary.
police and I don't deal with evictions. When I want you out, if you're not out in 3 days, you're going to wish that you never moved in, and threaten them before they even moved into the house, because I was up to here with the the courts and the court systems, and yet my friend in Arizona said you can rent somebody there. If they don't pay, you get a 3-day notice. The sheriff goes and puts a notice on their door, and 3 days later they're out. Now, if that's the case, I could be a landlord, but I'm not a very tolerant landlord when somebody's flipping me off and saying yeah and screwing me out of 6, 8 months.
There's so many
worth
laws
of
in the
rent.
state of Washington that tie your hands as a landlord. Good question, Dip
California,
Media. I don't
forget
know.
about
I don't know.
I
She
never
could bury
give
it.
I never ever give investment advice. Investment advice should
No,
be
that's
between
I
you,
try to
a
stay.
financial
What I do, I'll say
planner,
what I do.
and your family.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is you should have a little bit of money in some kind of metals. That's it. I know nothing about anything else. That and weed, if you have weed.
I've got aluminum
because
foil
weed
and I've
would
got
be
a
a good.
Leatherman as well.
I got a stainless steel Leatherman. That's my and
it.
I can pick just about every lock.
Couple of knives.
I think
Got
in
some
Italy,
carbon steel tips,
my mom was there,
screwdrivers, some
Loretta,
drill bits.
and they were offering when she was there like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. Right? We have a lot of relatives there. They were giving away
Awesome,
these
yeah.
old houses that were semi-dilapidated that you could go in and they would actually give you it for $1. You had to promise and on a promissory note and thing that you were going to redo it in a certain amount of time and put at least $30,000 into the home or whatever. But they would sell it to you,
Morning, Aaron.
Italy, for one US dollar. Because my mom's going, I said, Mom, you don't need that. But yeah, you
And
could
my
buy
friend, hello, my friend.
for $1.
You know, there is one gold investment
Hey, Aaron.
that hasn't really worked out for me. I haven't got it on my finger at the moment.
Yeah, how does that work? It's funny how that works. I don't. Nor do I.
Let's see, is the good. Yeah, I think all over the world.
Despite
I mean,
popular rumor, I don't have. I'm not planning on that either.
I have it somewhere. I think I took it off when I don't know, I was doing something.
There's my ring right there.
There it is. There it is.
Let's see, to be honest, I'd look into an annuity for her once we're married and put it. Yeah, if now I don't know. I know that you're going through some stuff. My understanding was they told me that my wife could get my Social Security, not a problem. You guys just come on over and live in the U.S. for 10 years straight. If you don't live in the U.S. for 10 years straight, she ain't getting nothing. That's what I was told. So if you're planning on it, you might want to, maybe you're planning on her staying there for 10 years. I don't know. But that's what I was told by Social Security. Not a problem. She can get it. Just come and live in the U.S. for 10 years. Said I'll be dead in 10 years probably. But,
Make sure you have.
I could
Today's
very
the
well
first
be.
day that I had. Today's the first day I haven't got it on, Tom. I did take it off because I think I was. I know because I was scrubbing the fry
maple
pan.
syrup. Real maple
Scrubbing the
syrup is
fry pan.
seriously expensive here.
I'd cooked steak during the week and didn't put it in the dishwasher, and then and I put it in the dishwasher and it didn't take it off, so I had to soak it and scrub it, and that's what I took my ring off. That's
finish
my
looking for
excuse. I'm
cash.
going to stick to it.
Let's see, my friend, how you doing? I just sold a 5-bedroom house in Fargo, South Fargo, North Dakota. Still very new. I lived in it for 6 years. I was the first owner. Yeah. I don't know what stuff like that is. What stuff's worth in Dakota? I know it's outrageous in California and all over. I guess it must be relative. I mean, if you can build a house and the house is worth $500,000 in Dakota, and it's worth
Hey, Dello.
1.5 million in California. I guess it's all relative.
Hello. I love that
400
movie
baht
Fargo with
for organic.
what was her name?
Wow.
Who was the Mitch?
Nadella.
Who was the actress in Fargo?
Oh God, I
I love
never
that. I
remember
love
her
that
name. Isn't that
movie.
funny? I never
It was
remember her name, and I just saw
Steve
her in a movie. Just
Steve Buscemi was in it.
yeah. That was good. I love that movie.
Yeah, it was a great. And they tell me that people still go out there looking along fence lines looking for money.
Looking for money. That's funny.
Mick something or other. McDowell? No, not McDowell.
Well, who's the other guy? The car dealer guy, the son-in-law.
Oh, he was.
He's
Come on,
freaking
come
hilarious.
on, audience.
Help.
He was.
Where's
in,
Jake? Jake
yeah,
isn't
where's
in the
Jake?
chat. We need Jake. Jake, where
I
are
could
you?
Google it,
Wake
but
up.
I'm resisting the urge.
Francis Mick somebody or other.
Oh, you
God,
got
I can't
me.
even remember what I just saw
It's
her
right
in,
there. Misdemeanor says Francis
Francis
Oh, I
McDormand.
just saw her in that
Misdemeanor, Francis
Transformers
McDormand.
Dark of the Moon.
McDormand.
Yeah, Francis McDormand.
So Loretta wins something. We don't have anything to give away right now, but you win something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dip Media said, I don't know about that. She said, we will stay as long as she wants, but I want her to be close to her family. If my stepdaughter wants to stay in the U.S. after
William H. Macy.
getting her
that's who I was trying to
education
think
when
of.
she turns 18, that's up to her. Yeah, they told me 10 years, so you can check into it. But in order for her to get the Social Security, it was 10 years. And my wife getting one of my retirements was the only one that I could roll over by taking less. I talked about that before, but nothing on Social Security.
Oh, hey, Dave. Backtracking here to when I was at Joe's at Prachuap, and during your live stream, I walked by a house on the beach. It was green. It was for sale, right? I said, I remember it was like 6 or 7 million. I stand corrected. 36 million bought.
Not
36 million.
Not for
It's
that.
gonna be there. It's gonna be there a long time.
For
The
that
person
little
doesn't wanna
skinny
sell it.
little 3-story
Wow, I saw
person
that.
lot.
doesn't wanna-
It's the
he-
land. So that in
he doesn't wanna
reference to
sell it.
Dip Media's buy land in Samui if I can find a deal.
Yeah.
Phuket or Samui.
You
Yeah,
know
good
what?
luck with that.
Land is only worth what someone's willing to pay for.
That's
it.
right.
for it.
That's right. So but there's some places like where Tom is, you can get
Oh,
a
some
serious
bargains.
steal, man. Some serious bargains.
Some
Beautiful,
serious bargains.
beautiful.
We're in Rayong? Or
Yes.
Bangchang?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bantam
Yes.
or Pala.
Well, where you're at, you can get oodles and
Yeah.
oodles of land.
If you go
all
right
depends on
outside
what
the
you
city,
wanna
you can get a rye for 300, something like that, 300,000. So what is that? $10,000, something like that.
I'm looking up a channel here. I'm subscribed. I watch occasionally, but I can't remember the dang.
Says you must have contributed to Social Security for at least 10 years. Your spouse is not required to have. Doesn't matter whether she contributes or not. She has to live in the U.S. It isn't whether she contributed or not contributed, because she's actually coming after yours. You contributed. So, but in order for you to give it to her when you pass,
Secret, Rocky Point.
she has to have lived in the U.S. for 10 years, is the way that it was explained to me. Nothing about her contributing. She's not going to get her own. She could, if she wants to become a citizen and do I guess, or whatever. But I was asking, if I die, how does my wife get my Social Security? They said she has to have lived in the U.S. for 10 years. Didn't say contributed, didn't say anything. They said lived. So that's what I was told. But you can always call them up and ask them. But that's what they told me.
Here's a channel you guys can check out later. Lazy Dog Productions. Used to be a retired Okie living in Thailand, but he changed his name. But look at his compound after the show. He's got
Don't go
some.
now. Don't go now.
Yeah, I mean, you can go now, it don't matter. But
It
he's
says
got,
he
he's
said
been doing
he's
a lot
looking
on
at it
his
right
little
now.
Honda.
Doesn't say
But
anything about her needing to
He's
live
got a
here.
palatial home.
To get what, Dip Media? What doesn't she? It doesn't say anything about her needing to live here a certain amount of time. To get your Social Security? I can't see it saying that. I would definitely
Go
talk
back a
to him
couple years in his videos and you
because
can see his
I talked to a real
house build.
person, and they said that. Travelers saying down here, Dave is correct. Your spouse has to live in the U.S.
Yeah, soy
for
dogs
10
and cats are
years to
free.
collect. I have a coworker there that has gone through it. That was what they told me. So I would definitely check it out because that's not what they told me. Now maybe that was maybe her collecting Social Security. I don't know. But if you're talking about when you pass, die, cease to exist, that she could get your Social Security is what I'm talking about. So I don't know if we're talking about the same things. Maybe we're not. My friend says my wife has a 1,148 square meter lot in Valencia. There's a Valencia in
Great
California.
question, Jam. Great question
I have to build a house.
about mental illness.
About mental illness.
Yeah, yeah.
Question.
Seems to be a
How do
lot
they
of
deal with
retired
mental
people.
health and recent retirement? Gemini 55. I don't know.
Problem with that is many people don't deal with it.
Well, because they don't think they have
can
it.
self-medicate.
Right. And do it.
Oh, it'll go
That's the
away.
problem.
Denial.
in denial.
But they
If
have.
if you have good friends or if you have good family and they could, kind of at least get through to you, I imagine there's plenty of places here to deal with it. Probably
Just
ought
like
to find
in the
out
States, they have proper medical care professionals that can help you with that. I don't know of any specific organizations, but I know I get a flyer every week from. Just got sidetracked there from Bangkok Patio Hospital from that group. They always have everything from diabetes to mental health to dental care to whatever, men checkups, women checkups. They get boom, 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 and mental health is one of them. So it's
that.
yeah.
You need to talk to them, Media, because Douglas is saying the same thing. They told me the same thing, and you're saying now I don't know. Like you're saying, okay.
I say hi to Tim.
Yes,
sorry if I didn't.
Yes, I'm talking about her getting survivor benefits when I pass away. I'm reading about it right now, and I haven't seen any residency requirements. I'm not talking about residency. They never mentioned residency. They just said she needs to have lived in the United States, not being a U.S., nothing with that. So I don't know. I would definitely call them because if they're printing something and they're telling at least 3 people in this chat the same thing, I would definitely talk to them because they told me the same. And I would be interested to know because all 3 of us never talked about it before, and we came up with the 10 years. So
Serious Mad Hatter. Tom, yes, I agree. Yeah, and there's crazy women too. I have echo.
Really? I haven't met a crazy woman yet.
No, are they?
A misogynist would say.
Let me go to my.
Stress is the biggest issue. Yeah, it is. Stress is big time. I'm a firm believer that stress in people causes a lot of illness too, and cancer being one of them. I think it is a big deal. That's why I like being in Thailand. It's almost stress-free. It is for me anyway. Mitch is rocking the echo.
Is there an echo?
A little bit. Nitnoy.
Not too bad.
Actually, I'm hearing myself too.
Are you?
Yep. Yeah. After I speak, I hear it again.
The media says.
Let me hit the.
My wife will have a green
echo
card.
cancellation is
and a
on. Let me
US
try it without it. If that makes a difference.
Your wife will have a
Anything?
green card and a U.S. passport.
Did that work?
She'd be a U.S. citizen.
Same.
Dip media.
Okay.
Same, Mitch. But it's not annoying to me.
What? Hello.
Ron John saying Demedia correct. Dependency benefits qualifies. I don't know. That is our plan anyway. I don't know. If she has a passport, she has to be a citizen, right? So you're planning on her becoming a citizen of the United States is what I'm guessing. Mr. Mitch and they pitchfork you down in the sand and give you another beer. Crazy was the requirement
I
for
missed that
every
one.
marriage.
Did you see it? The
No
Pattaya
good.
police were training for drunks,
Oh, I saw
and,
that with the.
Pitchfork you
and
down.
they had those big poles that they get
I
those
did see
rabid
that.
dogs with, and they're chasing after this bloke and hitting him to the ground. I
If
thought it
she
was the
calls you
funniest thing I've
crazy
ever
and said
seen.
you love me with you. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely check into a dip media. I would definitely talk to somebody directly and say, this is what I'm wanting to do, and let them tell you directly. And then if you're still reading something that you don't think it's right, I would ask them to send you an email stating exactly what they had told you. Who's JD?
Johnny Depp, I'm guessing.
If you didn't hear, oh, Mr. Peter, thank you. Another. Now I got 21. I'm gonna have to do something. I'll have to have a giveaway or something.
21 what?
21
Members.
members. Miss
Oh, wow.
Loretta just became a member. I'm gonna have to do something now.
Andy
I feel
Stubbs
like
in
I
the
have to.
house.
I'm feeling I need a pint also, Tom.
Oh God, don't talk pint. I had several
don't
last night.
hear-
I tried to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
through
pint,
that.
pint,
I
pint.
tried to get through
Hey,
every
Andy.
pot.
Is Andy here? Hey, Andy. TNW says green card holders cannot get U.S. passports. Must be a citizen. So yeah, I would definitely talk to somebody. Oh my God, she believes her own lies.
Narcissists tend to do that, Nikki. They believe their
Yeah.
own lies.
Yeah, they do.
They tell themselves all kinds of things and they
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah,
Hence mental illness. I like that
Yeah.
banner, by the way, Dave.
it is a good banner.
Yeah. I think it
Yeah, let's,
speaks a
don't
lot.
judge a book by its cover. I mean, this is just YouTube, right?
K1 visa.
It's fun and all that stuff, but it ain't real life, folks.
No, it's
It's not real life. What you see on video is a lot of times it's a charade, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Makes no difference. She still has to have lived in the U.S. for 10 years to get survivor benefits. Yeah, getting that same thing. I would definitely check into it.
I enjoyed the
media.
earlier banner, Nikki, but Dave changed it.
Did I? I changed them. I
No,
changed
the one you sent the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's in the beginning of the. That's in the underneath where you get the message. And my poor dog. I said that I was going to DDD, triple D, Dinner Da Dog, and as Mitch has named her, she's not doing well. And I found out that the neighbor behind me, this blood disease that the white dog passed away from, when they went looking for the cat, the father-in-law talked to the police officer that lives behind me that actually came to her wedding and said, "Oh yeah, we saw the cat. She's out carousing now." So, and he said, "Have your dogs gotten sick or anything?" He said, "Yeah, these three right here are sick and they're running around." He said, "Well, what happened?" He said, "Oh, they were down for 2 years. My poor Dinner has to lay down. She can't move. She can move her head. I have to feed her water and feed her food." And I'm going, for 2 years, I told my mother-in-law and father-in-law, "You guys are saints, man." But I will do a video, but she's going to have to get better. I did put in there that I was going to let you guys meet Dinner. And maybe I will, if she's on an up day and she's a good dog. I really feel bad for her. And she does eat out of my hand. I did put that in there, too. Sometimes soy dogs don't like people. You never know. My wife booked 4 nights in Las Vegas for her birthday this month. Cool. Where are you from, my friend?
Dakotas, I'm
Working on
guessing.
a gin and tonic. Aaron's hitting the right stuff. Be back soon. Gotta go. Yeah, you're getting closer and colder. Tim is he's getting close. I think yesterday or day before last live stream he had to leave to go accept all the windows and stuff. So he's getting there.
You're going to have to remind me, Aaron. I'm on a whole different page right now. I'm having a private discussion on Facebook Messenger and trying to keep up with the chat. Did you get to show the pic of the conversation topic that one night?
Not to share.
Which one night?
Hey, Mr. Mitch, did you show the pic of the controversial topic that one night? Aaron's asking. I have an immigration.
Just be careful how you respond to that, Aaron. Too, we want to.
I would still call. I would call.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
I would call Social
Yeah, I'm
Security.
just switching gears here.
You don't have to give them your name. You don't have to do anything. I mean, you can say whatever you want to if you don't want to get in the middle of anything, and just ask them. Say, I just want to know what is it pertaining to. I'm in the U.S. I got a Thai wife. What does she need to do to get my Social Security if I pass away? Does she have to come here, live in here, or just marry me? And see what they say. Or ask your attorney. See what he says. Of course, if you ask your attorney, it's probably going to cost you. If I ask my attorney anything, it's $350. So I don't know about your attorney, but my attorney's expensive.
Oh yeah, I showed that. I showed that on a live stream, Aaron. Guess you missed it.
Oh, you lived close to me. Did I?
I could show it again,
I
I
think we had
suppose.
met before. Hold on. Oh, what did I do? My friend says I live in Bakersfield, 5 hours north of Vegas. Yeah, my house up above Bass Lake, above Fresno. I was there for 18 years, and I came from the San Fernando Valley. So I've been through there. I think I must have met and said something to you. My mind, sorry, is out there. But we went to the boat drags and stuff at Lake Ming in Bakersfield for years and years. My cousin was married to a boat drag family, actually. Loretta could go for a dirty martini. K1 status holders should expect to be. All right, take it easy, Mark. Eligible to apply for naturalization 3 years and 3 months after they marry the K1 petitioner and submitting the adjustment of status and application. I'm sure that's all true, but like I said, if after that point at 3 years and you happen to pass or something, as far as they're telling me, she can't get any of your benefits. Flip flops.
Okay, hang on a second here. Stop.
Yeah, I do it all the time, Aaron.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen now, so don't anyone message me. Please. There you go, Dave. Aaron wants to see the Santa in the thong. We can put that to rest. There you go.
It is. Is that a tattoo there too, or is that part of the thong?
I think it's a watermark or something. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Dave. So, anyway, yeah, I'm getting my message. Lion and Messenger.
Yeah, she still is, Douglas. Yeah, she hasn't started the process yet.
I'm expecting a call from my daughter, so I don't want to miss it. Oh, reindeer.
You are?
Reindeer.
What time is it there? It's still
6
late?
in the morning. Yeah, 8, 7, 6, 7, 7:30. I think it's
7 at
7:30
night?
a.m. on the West Coast. Yeah, someone help me
PM.
out. Someone in the States. What time is it in
PM.
Washington
PM.
State?
PM.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did I say a.m.?
Let's see. Los Angeles, 7:37 p.m.
Try.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I get Massiman today. My wife made. Like, this is my just to get me hungry edition of food. Definitely not going to be the full
Yeah.
meal. What did I do now?
Applied her U.S. passport, Vietnamese passport renewal, or U.S. passport came a month sooner. Wow.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, some things you can't unsee, traveler. I'm telling you. Wait till you see the real one of me and not a cartoon. If you want to go on a diet, you can use my picture in a thong for, I don't know, encouragement maybe.
And she, I'm kind of curious on this. And
That's an educational pic. Yeah, it's an educational pic. We were talking about that on. It came up something about CJ's channel getting shut down for possible nudity, right? CJ
Right.
in Paradise, and he doesn't do any nudity.
No.
But I says you could show nudity on YouTube because I was looking up yoga for health purposes, and then in my feed the next day it says, "Oh, yoga this, yoga that, naked yoga," and I was like, "Naked yoga, what's that?" I click on it, and that's sure as shit, naked yoga.
Oh, that's good. Very good.
No, that snake almost bit me though. Which snake we talking about now? I didn't share that video. I was at Project
Jam
Huracan
saying?
and I got my hands on a snake.
Very, very good, baby. Very good. Ooh, I'll get this after I'm done with my live stream. I'm a lucky
Banana
man.
hammock.
Very
You
good.
guys
Banana
are way
hammock,
over my
yeah.
head. You guys are
I've
way
heard
over my
that
head
before.
today.
That's an old saying, Ron. You're showing your age now.
Oh, banana hammock. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, dude, right on the subject, and I still missed it. Thanks, Nikki.
Where's Nikki going? Oh, 7:30.
Nothing.
Yep.
She just messaged me something private. She said, "Don't tell
Oh.
Dave, but he's an asshole."
9:37. Aaron saying in Texas, and having his martini or what? No, gin and tonic, right? Gin and tonic, I believe. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I'm saying, Dip Media, just to give you a heads, I would just definitely talk to them directly. I wouldn't even talk to the attorney. Like I said, my attorney charges me $350 just to, dial the number. So I wouldn't. But if you feel confident in him and you don't care about what he's going to charge or whatever, I would definitely get it. But I would, even from my attorney, I would feel better hearing it from Social Security. Like I'm saying, just out of the blue, out of the 250 billion people there are on YouTube, and only 1,600 or whatever subs I have, 4 of the people on here are all saying the same thing. 10 years, so somebody's hearing something wrong. It's just too coincidental, I guess is the word. I would definitely check it out. Hey John, how you doing? Glad you could make it by.
Hi, John.
It's getting 2 hours again. How do I imagine to do this all day? My wife's Massiman is really good. I haven't got. Oh, there's a peanut. I think that's my favorite part of. It's very good, baby. I'm a happy man. But only after living in the 10 years. What's Andy saying? From a good price, Melbourne. What is it to return Vietnamese Airways? 1,600 Aussie to go where? From Melbourne to Vietnam. Vietnam Airways. Is that a good deal? I don't know, Andy. Is that a good deal? Hey Logan, just got back from being away for an hour. What did I miss? Nothing. Everything? Let's see. Trying to beat the heat. Triple digits. Wow. Yeah, it's not too bad here. What's it like there, Mitch? Is it hot in Jontiam?
Yeah, it's what would my weather thing say today? I would look it up. 27 and slightly overcast.
I don't know what it is here. Let me look real quick. Let's see what.
Here,
Let's see what
I
this
just
is.
typed in nude yoga, okay, or naked yoga,
83 and heavy rain warnings.
and
Wow.
and this crap's sticking,
I didn't
staring
even
me.
know that.
Here's one. Here's
Guess
the
I'm not
title
going
right
to
here. It's educational. Their frickin' thumbnail is porn.
Really?
Okay, right on YouTube, right there, boom. But some guy shows a scantily clad lady in a bar, and he gets shut down. The
I
hypocrisy.
don't know how they do it. 27. Yeah, I don't know what it is Celsius, but the thing that's got me concerned is this heavy rain, thunder, lightning, 85 degrees. Wow. 84 right now, high of 89, low of 75. I guess maybe I'm not going riding around anywhere. Maybe I'll go to the movies, although I can't see anything because they're only speaking in Thai.
Hot, triple digits. Wow, that's just. Okay, well, I'm gonna go freshen up and go look at a condo.
All right, brother.
You'll
I'll
like
end up
the
getting
area.
going pretty soon. It's over 2 hours. I was only going to go an hour. I think I say that every time, don't I?
Yeah, it's okay. It actually helps a lot of people with their content, Dave.
True. My son was telling my patio fan, 72-inch, paid $1,200. Hopper keeps blows the bucks away. That's a hell of a fan. 72-inch. Wow.
Holy smokes.
We need rain. My fruit
That's
trees
like
are
a ceiling kind of fan. Yeah, that
screaming.
kind of.
The whole house ventilator or something? Or no? No. Can't be. Blows the bugs away. I'm still
No.
thinking about it. I should have put one in here.
Yeah, without
Especially
them,
in Surin.
I won't be wearing my mask. So yeah, I will look naked for some. Take care, Nikki.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for coming by.
All right, Dave. I'm gonna go. Let you do your thing. Thanks, everyone.
I'm going to go
Have a
soon,
great
too.
day, great evening.
Have fun.
My phone should be ringing any minute now.
All right, brother.
Oh, my daughter called me on Father's Day, by the way. That was nice, and
Did
my
she?
son. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I was walking the beach before your live stream down
Cool.
in Prachuap.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Traveler
and you saw it
said-
too, didn't you? Didn't you, Traveler? Huh? Now for the next 6 months, you're going to be clicking, no, I don't want to see this. No, I don't want this. No, wrong. Is this? Why did you not like it? I'm not interested. You know, right? You got to click that. Sorry. I apologize ahead of time, everyone. Take care, Jam. Yeah, crazy, isn't it, Traveler? It's all in the name of education. You can call it that, right? Ridiculous. So those of you in Rayong watching, there's your outlet. Naked yoga. With that, I'm going to
Good
go,
content.
Dave. I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother.
See you, Tom. All right, everyone. Peace and love, yeah?
Yeah, you bet. Always.
Always.
Have a good one.
Okay.
All right. And Douglas said he talked directly to Social Security twice. Yeah, I would just, I don't want to see you run into any kind of stuff, problems. But I was told the same thing. So I would just make sure. Because if it makes a difference to you, obviously, not much you can do about it. But you might want to ramp up different monies, different savings, whatever you want to do. In other words, if you were counting on that as, part of her being taken care of when you pass, maybe you want to make other arrangements. That's the only reason that I was saying I would definitely talk directly to them. But yeah, everybody's going. I'm going to go too, Traveler. I think I've done 2 hours and 13 minutes, so I think I'm going to go too. But I want to thank everybody, the new subscribers, if you're watching or whatever, or if you're not subscribed if you would. That would be awesome. Like the video or the live stream if you like it. If you didn't like it, you can hit the thumbs down. It's not horrible. People all have different tastes. But I think that, let's see, real quick, I'll do one last thing here. Now, I'm not counting on her getting my Social Security, just a bonus. All right, cool. Yeah, because we had talked before. But I would just, make sure. But I want to thank everybody. John, I don't know if it just dropped in to say hello. I'm just dropping out. But thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, everybody's saying goodbye. Goodbye, Gary, goodbye, everybody. Again, I will come over here. Richard, if you're watching, I kind of had a couple of talking back and forth. I forgot to ask Richard about the intro and the outro, but both the intros and, and the outros on this live stream came from Richard Travels, and he said he wanted to do another one. I forgot to ask you about that, so I'll send you an email and ask you where the new ones are if you're not, I know you're not busy enough. He only works, and he's a busy man. Anyway, he did both the intros and the outros. Thanks again, everybody, as always, and I will catch you on the next one, which will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday at 7:30 a.m. Thai time. Take it easy.